Hi there, today we're going to be talking about how to avoid being scammed online. My name is Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and unless you've been living under a rock in the last 20 years, you are probably aware of Photoshop as well as images created with AI, filters like those used by TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, as well as all of those groups on the internet trying to push their own propaganda all over social networking, dating websites, and other platforms. And the question you might be asking is why? And at the end of the day, whether you think it is control or money, it is always going to end up being money. Anything that leads to control leads to money. Therefore, we all know that what we are looking for when we are looking for a scam online is if there is a monetary benefit at any point down the chain. Now, originally we would tell you to go and use reverse image searches, but today I'm going to be explaining to you why that may not necessarily work today and how you should probably be protecting yourself now. So one of the tricks that is used to prevent reverse image searches from working is by flipping it left to right or right to left, so horizontally, and that means that you're going to have to flip each picture that you get on the internet from now on. But that is not the only trick that they have in their book. They can apply filters to it, change the tints, as well as skew the image, meaning that unless you're willing to take time to make multiple variations of each image, you're probably going to be having a lot of trouble figuring out whether or not the picture of the person is real. And the information that you're trying to figure out is whether or not it leads to that person. But we have an extra problem now. We have images created with artificial intelligence, which kinds of makes some of them look a little too perfect, but some of these artificial intelligent image creators have been tuned to make the images look perfect by introducing imperfection. And the problem is that now many of these profiles start to look more and more real because they lead back to the same person, even though the image is fake. So this means that there are groups out there that are able to penetrate onto these social media platforms, dating websites, and other communication platforms that are able to generate realistic looking profiles on the internet that may actually lead back to those actual profiles, and that is the information that you're going to be taking as legit. Some of you might actually go a different route, and you'll be like, well, I'm going to ask for them to use live communication. Well, the problem with live communication, again, is real-time filters. There are many instances in the past where real-time filters have failed, but they're getting better and better, and we have figured out that some people of a different gender or even of a different age group have been pretending to be a different gender or age. Therefore, just because it's live does not mean it's real. And on top of that, just because an image says it was sent live does not mean it was a live image. Meaning that you can no longer trust the actual source of the image, and you cannot trust the authenticity of the image, and you are going to have to start looking at what is the benefit from all of this, because you're going to have to be really good graphic designers to figure out if the image is real or not. So what can you do about this? Well, I guess that the only way around the problem of having to deal with scam on the internet is to just remember never to give out any of your personal information whatsoever. Any amount of personal information given to anybody or any group can lead them to being able to blackmail you or con you out of your money or even defraud you. So giving them the least possible amount of information is going to be the best for you. Never send money to anybody you don't know, especially for things that we're not expecting to give money for. So if you're buying shoes on Amazon, great. But if you're going to a website to go and date people and you come across a sugar baby, start doubting everything immediately. Chances are you're being conned. And that's probably something that you should be looking at. Also, if you're ever trying to figure out if the information the group is telling you is real or not, change the way you search for things on the internet. Because a lot of people will try to figure out ways of convincing you to see things their way. And they do this by getting you to use the same keywords or search parameters as them. So if you're looking up the positives or the negatives of something, you're not going to get the same result depending on which word, negative or positive, you search. This is entirely normal. But if you really want to see how the internet is completely biased no matter what you're searching, try this on for size. Type into any search engine, my husband is screaming at me or my wife is screaming at me. And that should give you all the information that you need to know that the internet is not an unbiased place. And therefore, you should doubt everything that is in front of you, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, the point is money. Like this episode if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those you think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can see the show notes on this episode, past others, find other ways to subscribing, and use the contact form to email me directly. And I play video games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla every Friday, Saturday, Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/zaccess1981. Can't wait to see you there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.